And another dude just realized that dry fire is exercise.
It is. All right. Welcome to the Tactical Pistol Show. My name is Ben Sticker. I'm here to answer your shooting questions. We have a special sort of live episode tonight because there's stuff going on that the internet is mad about. So now is a good time to talk about it. Joining me today, producer Candice.
It's a cool intro here.
Yeah. Also, Angry Matt from Super Tactical, who, frankly, we've been seeing too much of lately, but...
YouTube money!
YouTube money. He's back because Angry Matt has successfully downloaded a very controversial video and re-uploaded it to preserve it being online. So you're actually the perfect guy to be here tonight. All right, so the subject is... What's the name of this video that you named it, Matt?
Surprise
targets. Already named Unplanned Targets.
Unplanned Targets. All right, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you have quite likely already seen this video. But if you haven't seen the Unplanned Targets video, Matt, why don't you describe what is the Unplanned Targets video? And if you want to pause this and go watch it, Candice will put it in the show notes for you.
If the link still works. Yeah.
Basically, it was a video that someone uploaded on 1911 forum. I think it was late Sunday night. And it was just... I knew it wasn't going to last long. I figured someone would wise up and pull it after they realized how stupid it was to post it online. So I saved it and posted it online. And in it, there's I guess how many people can you see in the video? You can see the camera guy, the RO, the shooter, and I guess the brain damaged guy downrange. Basically, they start a stage and there's a guy picking up brass downrange, dodging bullets or completely oblivious to the fact that he's dodging bullets.
He wasn't dodging bullets. He
wasn't dodging.
He looked completely...
No, I think...
The shooter rolled up to him.
They were going around to the left of him, to the right of him.
Well, he was behind a wall. He was safe for the moment.
Right, because walls are hardcover. So.
No, but I mean, the guy wasn't just going to shoot through the wall at him.
Well, shoot-throughs don't count either, so even if he would have shot
that
target that he was behind, because he hid behind that target, which... You're right. He would have been fine because the bullet doesn't pass through the target.
Okay, so we have a good idea of what the video is. Either of you, I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about just what you saw in the video. I will admit, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit!" and I started laughing. I thought it was kind of funny.
I loved his reaction. It was so funny.
It was dangerous or whatever.
What's going on?
Yeah, the reaction to the video was excellent. It was quite funny. Your initial reaction to that, Matt, was what?
Well, it was honestly, I better save this shit because it's not going to be up there for very long.
Oh, you sir are you are a gentleman.
I saw that Matt had saved it. I was kind of like, well, all right, I guess that's going to stay on. So this has generated a lot of discussion, but I wouldn't even say that the video itself has generated much discussion. It's generated a lot of pontificating. It's probably a better word for it. It's not really people talking to each other about the video. It's just kind of like, talking, like they see the video, then they just, like, they weigh in, like whatever they think, like, boom, this is what it is. Whether it's like, oh, it's the shooter's fault no matter what because they're shooting, or fuck that RO, or what's with the retard downrange, like totally oblivious to bullets going by him.
A lot of people want to blame the shooter
all those things or whatever.
A lot of people want to blame the shooter for not being aware of his target and what is beyond.
He didn't shoot the dude.
Nah, it's fine. You know what though? The only reason he stopped is because his gun went empty. At the end of the video, he's at slide lock, and then he looks and sees the guy. So if he had the 20-round mag in his gun at that point, the dude would have been hosing some more until he ran out.
Wow.
For real, look at. I didn't notice it at first either, but he goes empty and he goes to grab the reload, and that's when he, I guess, breaks his tunnel vision. All
right. So we have a good, so there it is. That's what people think about the video. That's what we think about it. The only really interesting discussion to be had when it comes to this video is, should this video be online? I mean, should we be putting this out there as USPSA shooters? So Matt, I mean, you're in many ways responsible for this, so I guess we know what you think. But I guess why don't you talk about it? Should this video even be up?
I mean, I think it's good discussion among other shooters as far as match staff and stuff like that. What we're seeing, and what I wrote in the comments of the video as far as preventing this from happening down the road. I mean, it should definitely stay up, and I wrote in the comments that it's going to stay up, sort of as a learning tool. That being said, LiveLeak emailed me and wants to rehost it on their page, and I don't know if I want to fuck with that. I mean, it's one thing to post it on duty and to have like the guys on Pistol Forums see it.
It's searchable on YouTube, and this thing has gone. There's a lot of people watching this and talking about it.
It has 87,000 views or something.
That's a lot. That's about
87
times. There's like 87 times as many people that'll watch this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a lot of people watching, and 87,000 is a lot of people outside the sport. So you're saying post it? Why?
I mean, it generated some good discussion, and I think the point of watching it is, and the people are so outraged because you never see that shit, because the sport, I think, is pretty safe. But people are pissed off. I mean, some people are pissed off. Some people aren't. People are pissed off that it shows the sport in a bad light, or so they think it does. They want to cover it up just like everything else that isn't great about USPSA tries to get covered up.
Ooh.
All right. Candice,
Just like
what do you
everything
think?
else.
Well, everything
I think sunlight's the best disinfectant. That's what I think.
Well, how so? Like apply that to this specifically. What will happen as a result of this being posted that wouldn't have otherwise happened?
Maybe some people will freaking take some responsibility and learn, and it'll just improve the general level of match professionals. Okay, maybe not. Okay.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just asking the question.
I just think that it's like Matt said. It's a great learning opportunity for everyone, and hopefully, I mean, I think the fact that if we don't cover it up, that speaks pretty well to the transparency of and integrity of people in the game.
Okay, this is good. So during the pre-show, Candice, we need to have opposing points of view on this, right?
Yeah.
And I said I would handle it, so that's what we're going to do now.
All right.
All right. If this were my video, like if I possessed this, there's no fucking way I would post it. No way. Wouldn't post it.
Well, you wouldn't.
I would not post it.
Right.
Period. If I wouldn't post it. I think it's a bad idea to post it.
All right.
There's nothing as far as there being good learning experiences or stuff coming out of it. I mean, I guess, but if I have video of somebody DQing, I'm not going to post it. Period. I'm just not going to post it. If there's any video I have that's any sort of questionable safety stuff involving me or somebody else, I don't post it. There's not enough good comes out of posting that it's worth it to me. Yeah. So I mean, just telling the story like, hey, this is what happened at the range. We can have that discussion about what happened, but then when you have video of it, that becomes something else. I mean, that it spreads out outside the sport. So what good comes from that? Why do we need to have 90,000 views of this video? Which, as if you're an outsider to USPSA, I don't even think the video is that bad. Like anti-gunners or whatever safety Nazis don't really give too many of his shits about this video because the guy realizes somebody's downrange and immediately stops shooting. So nothing happened. Right. Something bad could have happened, but it didn't. So, what do you guys think? Is your opposing view? Come on, Matt. Get angry.
I don't know. I mean, I thought that before I posted it, and then I just didn't want to be a pussy and not post it. So I posted it.
Well, there's nothing. It's not. Is it being a pussy?
If I knew you had it and didn't post it, I would have thought you were a pussy. Yes.
Well, actually, I originally posted the link to the original video, and then it went down, and people were like, "Oh man, the party's over." But I had it. I didn't have it on YouTube yet, but I had it saved.
Candice, why would you think he's a pussy for not posting that?
I don't know, because I get really pissed off at the people in USPSA trying to hide any hint of wrongdoing or scandal.
Well, there's a difference between trying to
Yes?
hide it and like fucking posting a video of it, right? I mean, those are like opposite ends of the same spectrum, right? One is like putting the fucking video on YouTube is a lot different than like actively covering it up, right?
Are you just mad because your buddy was obviously wearing a shirt with his name on it and everyone knows who he is now?
Me?
Who are you talking to?
No, not your. No. The guy, the RO had his shirt with his name on it. Sorry.
I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know anybody in the video.
I don't believe I know that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody seemed to know him, but.
Well, nobody's gonna admit to that now.
So yeah, I don't know. It just sits wrong with me to just, I don't know, to try to hide it. But I guess if I was involved, I'd want to hide it too, I suppose.
I mean, I think a good percentage of the comments on the video, and I think I've read all of them because I get emails for all of them, and I don't know how to turn it off. But I think honestly, I haven't really looked that hard into it, but a good percentage of the people are like, I'm going to show this to all of my match staff from now on, or this is going to be part of the safety briefing at our club, or this should be shown to all the USPSA ROs. So I guess in that way, it's getting people, I don't know, getting people talking about safety. I mean, people talk about it anyway, but it's kind of a wake-up call to, like, pay the fuck attention. People forget that, it is live ammo sometimes. Not that they forget, but, you DQ a guy for, like, oh, it was only a 190-degree violation. It's like,
Right.
Well, you play with guns, don't fuck around, go home and see you next week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, Candice, any other follow-ups or?
No, I just all right.
What? I mean, do I?
No, I just
should I keep going?
I would just have posted it, and it's just that simple.
You just fucking boom, post it. How about this? There's a Nationals a couple years ago where a guy, like a super squad dude, DQ'd.
It's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same. As
You haven't heard.
Oh, okay. All right.
What happened? So, one guy, I think, who's the dude? Paul Highland is in possession of the video, and people are like, post it. Apparently, it was a pretty dramatic DQ. It's like there's a gun falling.
Gun drop, right?
Yeah, it's spinning all over the place. Like, I'm not even sure drop is quite the right word for it. More like gun frisbee or something.
Gun frisbee.
It's pretty crazy. And they're like, post the video of the DQ, and dude never posted it, even though he definitely had it. Never posted it. So what do you think?
I understand it. Like, if it was one of my buddies
is
in that video,
USPSA covering it up?
No.
Paul Highland's covering it up, right?
Yeah, Paul Highland is.
Is he covering it up?
No.
Or he's just not
somebody
posting the
did
video?
post that video to begin with anyway. We wouldn't know about it if they didn't post the video. Well, we know about it, but we wouldn't have the video if somebody else didn't post it.
Right.
So it's already been posted.
That's correct. The video's been posted, and what we're discussing is whether or not that's a good idea.
Well, this is quite different because it's not like somebody's. I don't know. It's just this doesn't happen like usually. Nobody's ever downrange.
Do we know that?
Hopefully it doesn't happen ever again.
I don't know if you read the comments. If you read the comments, there's plenty of people saying like, I know a place that this has happened or whatever. One guy posted that this has happened like 6 times to him or some shit.
What the hell?
Why does he keep going back there? That's probably his fault.
He probably just keeps going downrange.
He's been the RO 6 times, and he started the stage with people downrange.
Yeah.
The only way. How could that happen 6 times and you keep going there?
Well, people do shoot themselves at USPSA matches occasionally.
Yeah, but that's one guy making a fuck up. This was like a
This was
people.
Well, you would say a constellation of fuck ups, right? Quite a few of them.
Pretty much, yeah. I still cannot believe that dude didn't notice anything. Wow.
Which dude? What?
White shirt dude. White shirt dude.
They all didn't notice.
Well, the shooter's got tunnel vision. The RO's just not paying attention. I don't know. I've never gone downrange and not realized that somebody was going to shoot pretty soon. If it's, I don't know. It's just freaking weird, man.
I think we need to find that guy really
Which guy?
bad. Not the shooter, not the RO, the guy with the brass bucket.
The guy with the death wish?
Yeah.
You know what? If I did have that video, I don't know if I would post it, but I would repost it for sure.
Whoa.
No, I would repost it for sure.
Would you post the link to someone else's post of it?
Yes, I would.
Wait, I don't know if I'd post it if I had it, but I'd definitely repost the shit out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, how about this? If you ran a podcast, would you talk about it?
I think so.
It's bad.
Is talking about it bad?
No,
Why not?
because it's happened and somebody else
Yeah,
posted
there's
it.
already 90,000 views on that bitch. Like, us talking about it doesn't make any difference at this point.
Yeah.
But
It makes difference to me.
Yeah, whatever.
But 90,000 more take you guys to dinner.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Jesus.
I don't even know what that is. 90,000 views is like $8, I think.
Man, we're eating good.
You have if 90,000 views is $8 to you, you've got a pretty shitty plan on YouTube.
Yeah.
Damn.
Come on, dude. I'm trying to be humble. Relax.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't
who
let the
cares?
people know.
It's not gonna be a lot of money, but I mean, post it. I mean, the incentive for you is to post it, right? Because it'll drive views on your channel.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I was thinking that. I didn't think it was going to get this many views. Yesterday, when it was at like 5,000 views, I wasn't sure if it was going to get more than my Paul Hendricks video, which got like 10K, which is one of the bigger videos on my channel.
Yeah.
And my buddy's like, "No, dude, it's going to get more than 10,000."
All right,
And then like
so
8 minutes later.
Let me ask you this now. Now that it's gotten such wide exposure and it looks primed to get even more exposure, and I can just tell you, I just did a Google search as we were starting the show.
Okay.
And I searched for unplanned targets. All right, top result is the video on your YouTube channel, and then below that is some unrelated thing, and then every other result that I'm seeing on the first page: defensivecarry.com, Taurus Firearms Forum, Competition Corner, Long Island Firearms, In-Gun Owners, National Gun Forum, Defense Tactical something, Florida Shooters Network. And I just keep scrolling down, and all of these websites are referencing this video, and you can hear a lot of these are not necessarily USPSA websites.
Right.
Or, I mean, this thing's gone viral, as they say. It's all over the place. So, knowing what you know right now, would you still have done what you did?
I think so. I think I would have added the little commentary, the description first, before I put it in there. Not that that really had anything to do with anything, or if anybody reads that.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about your commentary, dude.
I think the response.
They're just there to watch it, dude.
Almost just kills.
But I think
almost
the
kills them,
response. Nobody's like, "Holy shit, we should immediately stop holding action pistol matches." People are like, "Wow, like these guys are idiots, and this is why you don't do that."
All right, has USPSA contacted anyone about this?
I haven't heard anything. I mean, if I said before, if I got a official request from HQ, I would probably honor that. But I haven't heard anything from anybody from USPSA or otherwise.
All right, and has the actual owner of the video contacted you?
Negative.
Well, it would be really funny to me if this video does like 5 million views and you get a big payday from YouTube, and then this guy does a content claim for it and takes all the money. That'd be really funny.
Why did you have to say that?
I'm just saying that
too.
it's not his content, Candice.
This is true.
He's
Man, but he's a pirate, man.
an outlaw. And if he has the video and doesn't post it, he's a pussy, right, Candice?
That's exactly right. I like pirates. I don't like pussies.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh my God! All right, so I guess let's wrap it up with your final thoughts on this this video being posted. Candice, you get to go first.
Okay. ROs, just please make sure the range is clear. That's all.
No, about whether or not the video should be posted. Fuck your
Yes,
ROs.
repost the video, and the original person should have posted it because we can all learn from it. I don't think it still doesn't. It's nothing to do with like somebody losing control of a gun. It's just general lesson.
It's just something that could happen at a
Illustrated
USPSA
very
match.
well because nobody got hurt. That's the difference. I don't even think anybody got DQ'd.
The RO did get DQ'd from that match, but I don't know if it was
What?
for that or for something
Really?
else. Yeah, I saw the results. He was DQ'd.
Oh man, it's a bad day for that guy.
You know what? He might have just gone home.
I would have DQ'd myself probably.
I think I would have just gone home. I would have felt really fucking bad.
All right, Matt. Post in the video. You do it again.
Post that shit. It's in the public domain. You know, it's First Amendment or whatever. I don't know.
Right. All right. Yes,
I think it was a good. I mean, there could be things learned from it, and in reality, I don't think it'll negatively affect the sport. It can only help, sort of.
It can only help.
From a safety standpoint, if it gets people's heads out of their ass a little bit, I mean, people can get lazy, people can get complacent, running matches, shooting matches, that's live ammo, people. So
be careful.
Yeah.
All right, I say post the video. Don't post the video. Jesus Christ! But it's out there now, so fuck it. But I wouldn't have posted it if I had it. Yeah, I'd look at this and be like, yeah. This is not. There's nothing positive about this. So I'm going to err on the side of discretion and not post this. I might send it to NROI and say, you guys fucking do what you want with it. If you want to show it in RO classes, I don't really give a shit. But I'm not going to put this shit on YouTube because next thing you know, it's going to have 90,000 views and be linked up on every shooting forum in the country. And I don't think that's very good for the sport. But that's just me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's do some shooting questions, Candice.
All right. Okay, so first question today is, I started out shooting USPSA in production division with a Glock 7, and now I'm shooting limited with a STI Edge. I'm convinced that in limited division, and if shooting major power factor, that having a heavy gun with a steel frame helps with split times and recoil control. My question is, now that I know that DASA guns are your preference, I've never owned one and like shooting a Glock in production, and I'm thinking about picking up another production gun for fun. Should I get a CZ or Tanfo, or stick to what I know and go Glock, or maybe an M&P? Is there enough of a gain in accuracy or recoil control to learn a new platform, or do you think it's mostly preference when it comes to minor power factor guns?
That's the whole question?
Well, there's more, but it's not really a question.
Right. If you want to buy a new gun, buy a new gun. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever. I do
doesn't
not
like gear questions, right?
No.
It doesn't have anything to do with the gear.
Well, I know this is. Hey, I'm thinking about buying another gun for fun. Should I do that? Yeah, if you want. But if you're saying I like to shoot a Glock, so should I shoot a Tanfolio or a CZ instead? No, you should shoot what you like to shoot. Oh, hold on. We'll be revisiting this. Origami AK has now joined us. Hello, Gabe White. I've muted you, so we can't hear you, but we'll come back to you in a second. Yeah, so I say if you have that gun that you like, shoot the gun that you like. If you want to buy some other gun for shits and grins, buy that gun. Like, that's fine. I don't think that there's going to be a huge advantage from buying a CZ, and there's plenty of people that have gone from Glocks to CZ and proved that to be true. Like, it's it's not a big advantage. So do what you want. Matt, what do you think?
Well, I switched to a Tanfo this year, like everybody did, I guess, right?
2015? Really?
Well, shut up. Last year.
Okay.
And people ask the question, and the thing I tell everyone is, like, if you like it better and it makes you want to practice more, you'll obviously get better because you're practicing more. But just side by side, Glock or whatever to the steel production gun. I mean, it doesn't matter really. I don't think. I mean, I made, you make GM with the Tanfolio. It's hard to say it doesn't matter, but it's because I put in a lot more time with the Tanfolio because it doesn't suck and it doesn't like.
If you like your shitty plastic gun, you can keep your shitty plastic gun, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you.
Very good. All right.
All right, so joining us now is Gabe White, Mr. Origami AK. I'm going to take you off mute, sir. Actually, Gabe, you can probably unmute yourself. Oh my God, what is he doing?
He's rage quitting.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Gabe.
All right.
Welcome to technology.
Yeah, technology sucks.
Yay, Bob, the live podcast is going to be a fucking shit show as it turns
God,
out.
I thought the last one was the worst episode ever.
I didn't want you guys to be hearing my dog whining the entire time. So
That
I had
was
to let
kind
him
of
out.
like...
All right, Gabe, just to bring you up to speed, we've had a conversation about that dumb video,
Oh,
and
shit.
we're going to have another conversation about it now that you're here.
All right.
But first, Candice is going to finish up. Give us our second shooting question. So
All right.
bring that
The
shit.
next, we also just got done shitting on Glocks. So, next shooting question is: I just purchased all your training stuff and committed to doing dry fire
Thank
practice
you.
every other day, and have been doing so for 2 weeks now. However, I
Yay.
noticed that while dry firing, my forearm muscle gets really tense and sore as if I were lifting weights. You know, gun does weigh something, dude.
What's
This then leads to horrible slow splits because my muscle is drained and I just can't pull the trigger fast without getting trigger freeze. Is this normal, and will it get better as I keep dry firing? Am I squeezing too hard with my strong hand? What the heck is going on? I'm worried that this is going to create a problem that hasn't been there previously.
No, it's not normal, but it's not normal for kind of a good reason. Most people way under grip the gun when they do dry fire. So the fact that you've been doing it for 2 weeks and you're like, oh shit, my muscles are sore and I hurt a little bit, I would probably view that as a good thing. It means you're probably gripping the gun hard enough. Whether or not you're over gripping with your strong hand, I don't know, maybe, but that'd be something for you to sort out with, doing your own training. But having your muscles hurt right now, that's probably a good thing. So if you back off the amount of dry fire you're doing for a little bit, and then you'll build up your muscles and be able to do more and more. But I mean, I view this as a really good thing that you're gripping the fuck out of the gun when you're dry firing, because that's good training. Gabe, you want to jump in on that?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I think you need to do some ongoing practice, and you'll be used to gripping the gun a lot. And you just need to do it.
All right, excellent. Matt, go.
I just think it's great that we have more female shooters getting into the sport.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man, finally, Matt, you come out of your shell and you're being angry and you're cracking
I
up.
mean, for the real answer, I guess, is for the most part, if you're not used to practicing this type of stuff, it's muscle groups that you don't really use day to day for the most part. I mean, I notice it when I do the 1 minute of rifle dry fire a year before the 3-gun matches I shoot. Whose mic is that? Jesus. Sorry, do you hear that?
With all the noise? That's probably Gabe.
It probably is.
Thanks for bringing it up, though.
Anyway, it's like you'll get used to it. Power through it. Don't be a Candice.
What?
Well, I said don't be a Candice.
That's fucking excellent.
Wait, what? I got over it.
Okay, good. So, I did put out a feeler on Facebook asking for a bunch of questions about
Damn, I didn't get to say anything about that. All right.
Fuck you, Candice. We already talked about women shooters. All right.
Yeah, shut up.
I put out a Facebook feeler about this Unplanned Targets video with a lot of things that people want to discuss. So we could probably go through that now that Gabe is finally here. But before we get to that, Gabe, the question kind of put before everyone was, is this a good idea to post this video or not? And it was perfect that Matt was on to talk about that, seeing as he's the motherfucker that downloaded it and reposted it so it could get 100,000 views. All right, so did Matt do a good thing or not? What do you think?
I I don't really look at it in terms of good or bad or as much. I mean, when I think
How
about
about smart or dumb?
what is the actual practical effect of posting it is a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people talk about how to not have something like that happen again. I mean, maybe it would influence that club wherever that happened. I mean, conceivably, I could see them like deciding they didn't want to have USPSA anymore, which wouldn't be good. Or maybe another club that's considering having USPSA decides not to have it because some guy saw this video and is all weirded out by it. But I mean, other than that, I don't know how you stop stuff like this from getting out. I mean, right? I mean, like somebody posted it, and then what happened? Matt downloaded it and then posted it, and it stayed up. And
Some asshole guy. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, once that shit's out there, it is out there. It is gone.
If it wasn't Matt, it'd be some other asshole.
It's probably true. Once it's out there, it's out there. The internet's forever.
Yeah, I mean, it getting out there seems kind of semi-inevitable unless the person who originally took the video just did not.
Well, that's what Ben was saying, is that if he had it, he would not post it.
If I had it, I wouldn't be posting it.
If I had it, I would probably also not post it. But I mean, what do you think? What bad things do you think are going to happen because it got posted?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, in all likelihood, probably nothing. Like, people will talk about it for 15 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah,
But,
that's what I think.
I mean, I would not post it because I'd also think, like, in a practical sense, what good things are going to happen about it? It's kind of like, well, people will talk about safety. Like, whatever. They already do that anyway.
You just totally discounted Matt and I's argument.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Probably. I mean, if it saves just one child, like, but
Exactly.
I mean, let's be
About
honest.
the
That is
children.
correct. If it saves one child and gets, Matt a Big Mac, that's good.
Yeah, Matt might get a Big Mac. There we go.
So, I guess everybody's or a lot of people's reaction seems to me like seems like people want to invent like a new rule to deal with this so it won't happen again. But which is a really common thing for people to think. But I mean, a new rule is
do something to see.
the ROs
Those people are called Democrats.
clear, and that's it, right?
What the heck rule would we put in?
That's my point.
You're not allowed to shoot at
ROs
people.
are supposed to make sure the downrange area is free of human bodies.
Just
I
the
think they should
bodies?
have an RO sit-down range to make sure that no one else is going to be there. Just designate like an area of the range that you can't put targets at, and he can just lay
Right,
there.
he just stands.
Or somebody said you could sit on a chair like a tennis referee.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, serious
awesome.
question though. So,
I kind of like the high chair idea.
Shut up, Candace.
Sorry.
Adults are talking.
Damn it.
in USPSA rules and customs, right? The RO is the one who should have made sure the downrange area is clear. Is that not so?
Correct, but in the rest of the world, you're responsible for the bullets you fire.
Right. That was my next point. Is that's the way society and the court system see it. You pull the trigger, you're responsible, right? So what if you had shooters now wanting to go take a little jog down range to go make sure the area is clear when they get told to make ready because they're not sure they can trust the RO.
Well, really, it's the job of the team of ROs to make sure the range is clear. It's not supposed to be one guy. The guy with the Nook nowadays is also an RO, and they're
Well, that and there's a whole squad of people there, and they may not all be certified ROs, but I think all of them know that we shouldn't have people downrange doing brassing when it's shooting time, right? So there's I sort of everybody on the bay is at least a little bit, responsible, or maybe at least they could have said or done something to prevent that from happening, at the very least.
But if worst case is this happens, somebody gets injured or killed, and then society and the court system are going to review it, not just whatever the custom is in USPSA. And if they're going to take the position that you pull the trigger, you're responsible for the final resting place of the bullet, then I don't think the rest of the squad, the RO, the scorekeeper, theoretically being responsible to ensure that the downrange area is clear is going to cut it. Like if I'm the one at the line, I probably need to figure out how to go look with my own eyes and be certain that I am not going to shoot somebody, right?
Yeah, well, that would probably be what happened. The same as now since the Paul Hendricks debacle, where people are getting +2'd, it is now customary. Every fucking club I go to, they're gonna not only are they gonna call out the time, they're going to make a point of showing you the timer. You know, because now you're gonna, as the shooter, you're gonna take some responsibility for the time getting called out. That's something that's happening. So maybe there will be a new custom in USPSA where people are actually gonna, make a point of walking around, and as the shooter finishes their walkthrough or whatever, they're going to make sure they're the last guy walking back up range to start the stage. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I can see that too. But then you got a couple problems. Then is one, if they don't do that in a really, really super organized way, then they're going to waste like 30 seconds or a minute if somebody's strolling kind of slow. And are the people participating in USPSA going to get all pissed about that?
Because safety. All right.
Yeah. I agree, but are people going to be willing to accept that delay?
I personally would not like that delay. It'd be like every squad is now a revolver squad, right? It's going to be slow as fuck.
Right.
I don't like that.
And if you organize it in such a way that you do a couple walkthroughs, and then when you think everybody's coming up range, you go, if you're the next shooter, you be like the last person walking up range, so you can kind of verify it without taking that 30 or 60-second delay. So then what are you doing? You're kind of distracting yourself from shooting the stage, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like to be distracted right at that point, but maybe you would be. All right, guys, we got to move on. We're going to do the speed round of questions. Here's the way I'm going to do it. We're going to go right down the line. We're going to go Gabe, Matt, then Candice. I will ask you each one question. You get to answer your own questions. Don't butt in on someone else's question unless you've got something really funny to say or poignant, particularly poignant. You love it?
I'm on it. I got it.
All right, we'll start with you, Candice.
What?
How much responsibility does a shooter/brass hoarder have for being aware of his surroundings before wandering down range?
Has the ultimate responsibility because you don't want to get shot.
I mean, yeah. Okay,
all
next.
Right. Angry Matt, what can be done to prevent this incident?
Everyone's just supposed to do what they're already supposed to do, which is the two ROs are the last guys off the range, and that's that. They obviously just didn't do what they were supposed to do. It's not rocket surgery.
So you're saying nothing, is what I'm hearing.
It's not do nothing, but do what you're supposed to do, because they weren't doing what they were supposed to do.
Okay. Gabe, how USPSA will or should react if major media gets in on the fun?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't think major media is going to get in on the fun. I actually ran this video by a couple of my coworkers at my normal person job today, and they really didn't understand the putting together of the ins and outs of the situation and the customs of USPSA versus how society and the court system looks at who's responsible for where bullets end up. And I don't think that they're going to care because nobody got seriously injured or killed. If that had happened, yeah, it would be on the news.
So these other people, they weren't really cognizant of what exactly had taken place?
Well, I had explained it to him because I've talked to him about USPSA before, and I kind of explained to him what happened in this situation. And one of their questions, and both these people are people who are kind of casual shooter types. I mean, they have guns, they don't shoot a lot, and they're certainly not competitive shooters, but they have guns. One of them is aware of the 4 firearm safety principles, and his response to my pointing out that in USPSA the custom is that the RO is the one who is supposed to ensure that the downrange area is clear, he responded with safety principle number 4 of know your target and what's beyond it, and if you're the one pulling the trigger, you're responsible, which is exactly how I think society is going to see it if it comes to that. So,
I mean, if that guy's behind the target and you shoot a perfect A zone, I mean, you're in the clear legally, right?
I don't think it's as simple as that, but I think you have a strong argument of that.
Oh, because I was okay.
Wow. Okay. Good to know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you can. I'm just saying. I basically agree with you, but I don't think that either of us can really predict how any court is going to actually adjudicate any given case. You can do it either way.
Yeah. Okay, coming back to you, Miss Candice.
I don't think USPSA needs to respond because there are already customs and rules to exactly what Matt said.
Well, I think they're all
the
going
only-
to probably address it with the people involved, but
Well, they will. One thing that was posted is who is it? Troy posted.
on it.
Yeah, that he's on it. They're going to be dealing with the RO, which I don't know what that exactly means, but probably the RO's.
Well, if he's not NRO, we talked about this tonight. If he's not NRO certified, NROI certified.
Yeah.
You know, what can you do? Is there anything in the bylaws that says he has to take an RO class before he can, you know, continue to participate in matches or hold a tournament?
Is that even a viable option?
What's that, Gabe?
Is that even a viable option to require that the only people who RO are people who have taken RO certification classes?
No, that's not what I meant. I meant for this guy who fucked up, he has to sit a class before he can participate at all anymore.
Yeah, I guess
maybe. That's what a local guy that's involved in that other sport said he would make him do. But they can make people do whatever the hell they want and pull memberships and whatever.
Yeah, I guess they could do that. I mean, I know I've been on squads where no one was a certified RO, and so people just did it because they had to.
Yeah, that happens often.
Yep.
All right, Candice, next question. Should USPSA stop using opaque or non-see-through walls? That's going to be, I'm guessing that's Gabe's, because it doesn't sound like...
No, Trixie is...
Candice's cat.
No. No, I don't think they should stop using opaque walls.
That's an interesting enough question. I'll throw it to you too, Matt.
Should they? No.
How about you can look under them too?
Well, did you see the RO in the video? It looked like that might be a problem for him.
Well, the RO's doing his job. He's watching the gun, right?
Yeah. Well, okay.
So, he's not supposed to be looking.
He would just bend down and look under them before he starts the stage.
Oh well, yeah, that part, yeah.
Yeah, that part. Oh, man. A lot of people asking what kind of ear pro the guy downrange was using.
It seems
There's
effective.
a lot of comments like that.
I would like to have some to review for a gear queer. That seems effective.
Matt Olinchak, you posted, you want to talk about how much money the thing's going to make on YouTube? Did you monetize it right away?
Yes, of course.
You'll make probably $100 off it, I would guess.
Buy yourself something nice.
I could finally get that hundo gauge I've been waiting for.
There you go.
Oh my God. All right, Gabe. This match was shot in a monster match format, which was like 60-round stages, pretty reset intensive, obviously. Do you think that contributed to the incident?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it contributed to it. There's undoubtedly a whole chain of errors that contributed to what happening. But I think the one error that could be singled out more than anything else was nobody apparently positively visually verifying that the downrange area was clear. I mean, it still has to be laid at the feet of that. It may have contributed to it, but all that other stuff is just smaller.
All right, well, that sounds entirely reasonable. All right, Candice, should all matches be lost brass matches because of these shitbirds? Says some idiot on Facebook.
That's very bad to ask me because
I'll answer that.
I'm a brass pro, so no.
You'll answer that, Matt. Go.
Yeah. The rule here is you don't pick up brass until the match is over and torn down.
Yeah.
And then once the match is you tear down your bay, you pick your bay, and then once the whole match is torn down, you can do whatever you want.
That's fair.
We don't pick brass at all. I know there's some clubs that say, two guys pace, two guys set steel, one guy picks up brass after every run, but no, it's stupid. It just slows down the match, and I don't care about my brass. You shoot a 200 round match, that's like $1.80 worth of brass. Like, it's not worth crawling in the mud to pick up, so forget it. Unless you're shooting 38 super, in which case...
You must buy pretty sweet brass, dude. It's $1.80 for 200 pieces?
I don't know. How much is brass these days?
More than that.
It's like $5, $10. Not even $10. It's definitely not $10.
Yeah, well, so picking it up at the end of the match seems like a good idea.
For you.
Well, whatever. As compared to picking it up during.
You're a girl, Candice. People are picking your brass up for you.
Then they don't give it to me, though, so it's not working.
All right, next question is for you, Gabe. What would you say to the relative safety of USPSA compared to shooting with inbred yahoos so often found on public ranges?
Well, when you phrase it that way, I think USPSA is extremely safe, which I think it is anyway, no matter how you phrase it. Even though I personally hate and revile cold ranges, even though that's the case, I think that USPSA does an awfully good job at tightly controlling when and where and the manner in which guns are handled, especially considering how quickly, dynamically people shoot with so much going on. I mean, from the perspective of defensive handgun training, USPSA is extremely complicated with a ton going on at a much greater rate of speed than you normally have. And you know, for what happens in USPSA for the basic physical actions, which are pretty complicated and dynamic, I think they do an incredible job running it safely.
You need to get yourself a pocket gun, bro. There's no such thing as the cold range.
Oh, all right. Well, that exhausts the interesting questions that we have on Facebook about this. So I think that's going to have to wrap it up for us. Candice, do you have anything you'd like to say about this? Like final
I think we
thoughts?
pretty much covered it.
Yeah, we have covered the shit out of this.
God.
And for Matt. Any
Keep clicking
final
that video.
Keep linking that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. All right. Gabe, what do you got to say about it?
I don't know. I think we pretty much said it. I'm glad nobody got hurt. That's good. That helps a lot.
We actually didn't. Nobody said that. I mean, none of us said that previously.
I'm pretty sure I said it.
Really?
Yeah, I said. Yeah, I think so.
I would
All's
not.
well that ends well, right?
I'll just say, for me personally, I would not feel it's an unjust universe if the guy downrange had gotten hit by a bullet.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
not
like
saying I want that to happen. But
You wouldn't post the
obviously-
video, but you'd be okay with him getting shot.
I didn't say I'd be okay with it. I don't think it'd be unjust.
That's like somebody's grandfather with an obvious mental deficiency, dude.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Oh my
physical.
God.
It's not.
Well, let me put it this way. If I was that guy downrange and I happened to get hit by a bullet, I would have felt like it was my fault.
Well, that's true. That is
I would have been like, man, I should not have been standing here. this was a bad place
Poorly
to be.
considered.
I didn't really
You guys
think
talk about how he kind of instinctively, as soon as he realizes the guy is coming down range, he like instinctively takes cover behind a target.
Well, you know what? From his perspective, that side of the target was white.
that was a no-shoot, baby.
And see how he's wearing all the same colors as the targets: white, black, and brown.
And did he
You
have
read a
brown
lot
on?
into that video that I didn't really see. Okay, so if you'd like to see Gabe on, you go talk to him on pistolforum.com. That's where he does his junk carry shenanigans and his defensive training talk. Matt, supertactical.com, and I guess he's a YouTube star now. So, well done, Matt. And
I'm not in that
Candice,
video.
Candice has been a YouTube star for a long time. If you'd like to see her, comment on the YouTube channel. She'll talk to you. And if you want to talk to me, head over to benstegger.com. That does it for us today. This was lots of fun, I think.